hate it when new and improved actually doesn't mean better at all. Hey guys, how are you doing? It's Martin Cliffe. Welcome to another video, and I've just been a little bit of a kind of frustrating kind of time, really. Nothing new, but just thinking about things where they change something and that new thing is not as good as the old. Now, I'm sure we all remember, if you lived in the UK at least, when they changed the flavour of the Mars bar. And it's just nothing like what it was. And I'm sure they did it for perfectly good reasons. In terms of health and economics, it's probably got less sugar and other stuff in it. So, you know, you get used to it, but it's still not the same as a Mars bar used to taste like. The same when they changed the inside nougat of the Milky Way from brown to white, it did also change the flavour. It looks cooler, not quite as tasty. A couple of more specific thoughts that came to mind. Those of you who follow me on Instagram and all that kind of stuff know that I am very much into barefoot shoes and that kind of thing. And this is the Zero Shoes HFS. It's got a super. This is the blue one. I normally wear the black ones, but these show up better on camera. It has a super thin sole. I think it's 3.5 millimeters. They will roll up quite literally. So they're really good for packing. They're super comfortable because you can feel the ground as if you're actually, walking on the ground. Because obviously the plan is always to be barefoot because that's how we were built. But certainly if you live somewhere like Bucharest, you've got two issues with going barefoot. Three in the winter when it's cold. One is that there is so much junk on the ground, broken glass and stones and all that kind of stuff, that it can be uncomfortable to go barefoot sometimes, which is deeply frustrating because it's definitely the more natural way to go. And the other issue is this country is so stupidly conservative that people look at you weird, to the point that once I was walking barefoot on the grass in a park and an old man started shouting at me. It's just ludicrous. It's like, why would you ever wear shoes on grass? But anyway, that's not the point at this stage. The point is that, okay, I've found barefoot shoes that work for me. Except Zero have discontinued the HFS and brought out the HFS 2. I have a pair in the UK. I left them there because they're not comfortable. The sole is thicker and more rigid, so it doesn't do the whole point of the shoe, which is to flex with the natural flexing of your foot on the ground. They're being sold as the next great thing. And there are reviews, hundreds of reviews on the website, and quite a lot of them complain that the toe box is narrower. The whole point of these kind of shoes is that your toes can spread out so they actually look like feet rather than triangles. The sole is too rigid. These, if you want a thicker sole, they come with an insole that you can remove, and I have done. But if you want a little bit thicker sole, they come with like a 3mm padding. For while you're getting used to these kind of shoes that don't have the ridiculously thick soles that cut you off from the earth and can cause all kinds of issues health-wise. We've all been taught lies about a lot of things in our life, but particularly that thick padded soles are the way to go. That's nonsense, completely unhealthy. But anyway, again, they've made a change that is rubbish, and they've ruined a good product. Now, this isn't a ruin so much as a taste thing, but you'll know I play surf guitar pedals. I play surf guitars as well. I love the guitars, although they've made changes to those that I'm not so fond of. Don't like the fingerboard options on the new Standard Pluses. The Standard Pro was better because Powferro is a not great substitute for rosewood, and I don't like roasted maple personally, but they're personal preferences. But the Sir Sheba Drive, which has been my distortion pedal of choice, or my overdrive pedal of choice, for the last 10, going on for 11 years. I think it was December 2013 I bought my first one. There is now a Sir Sheba Drive that is not the Sheba Drive. The Sir Sheba Drive now is the Sheba Drive Reloaded, rebadged as the Sheba Drive, which means I can't get the pedal that is my sound and has been my sound for a decade anymore. Because they've rebadged a different product as the same product. Now, sure, for some people, the Reloaded may be an improved sound for them. But the point is, it's different. So don't call it the same thing. You know, if you don't want to call it Reloaded, call it the V2 or something. And like, I was excited when I saw that there's now a mini Sheba Drive, except that that's also the mini Sheba Drive Reloaded. So I'm not going to be getting that, squeeze it on my pedal board. Now I have a Reloaded, it's on my pedal board in the UK, and with that particular setup, it's a brighter sounding pedal. So with the Les Paul and with the Blackstar HT1 that I have there, with the Laney speaker from, well, it's a HH speaker in a Laney cab that was an amp until the amp blew up. Yeah, it's fine, but it's not the Sheba Drive. So don't call it the Sheba Drive. So anyway, I've waffled on for far too long here, but I'd love to know in the comments any thoughts you have of things that you've come across that have been new and improved and are actually worse as a result. Slightly different video today, but there we go. As I say, it's just me being authentic. Take care. See you soon.